Andy, 1969, London. Varied, mixed, incomplete. What is punk? God. Oh, well, it's a historical term, and it's been appropriated by the mass media to sell loads of rubbish records, I'd say, these days. The one idea that should link all people who claim to adhere to anarchist philosophy is a belief that hierarchy, a power hierarchy, is detrimental to the human spirit. So you need to organise in non-hierarchical fashions. It's very, very hard to do, but it's very rewarding if you can do it for at least a short amount of time. I worked there for a couple of years in the mid to late 90s in the Bookshop Collective, and also was part of a group that put on monthly underground rave parties there. And yeah, it didn't stay to the very, very end, but about a year before it closed down, I was still there. I left when it took a direction I wasn't very happy with. The centre provided space for various groups to be based. There was a radical feminist newspaper based there. There was an organisation that helped prisoners. There was, as I said before, there was the radical bookshop, which was open part-time. There was also, there were various other groups that I probably would rather I don't say who they are on camera, but not that they were doing anything nefarious, it's just their business. It was a local, it was a focal point for various communities. It wasn't so much a focal point for the native black Brixton community so much, more just a kind of younger anarcho sort of teenage and young sort of white politico types. Quite regularly, people would sort of turn up at 121 from abroad and say, we've got to involve the local community, you know, why aren't we reaching out? And people would say, well, they've got their own stuff to be getting on with. They don't want a bunch of bloody, foreigners that have just come, just swallowed a political doctrine and are really, really evangelical about it, to come and try and tell them how to live their life. That happened quite often. You sort of had to humour the people when they did that. Back in 1988, I probably, felt exactly the same way as people 18 feel as they find themselves in London today, to be honest with you. It's just easy to forget that, if you want to go against the grain, you're in a tiny minority. So, good luck to the youth of today, that's all I can say.